Welcome. We are learning to teach Ganita Sutras for enlightenment, and this enlightenment is going to be parallel with the existence phenomenon of our solar universe, including existence within human frame. The learning and teaching aspects of Ganita Sutras can be formally phased as three-phased approach. The first is going to be the organization of the text itself. Organization, format, and features of text of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras is as per the manifestation phenomenon of creations within creators of space, for space, along format of idol of Lord Brahma, creator the supreme. The second aspect is the mathematical domain itself. Mathematical domain of Ganita Sutras is of the format of six-space domain. Six-space domain means six-space content manifesting as the domain fold of six-space. The third aspect is the processing steps. First is organization features, second is the mathematical domain, and third is the processing steps of the mathematics. The processing steps of mathematical domain of Ganita Sutras are parallel with the different roles of six space as features and values of manifestation and existence phenomenon of our solar universe. Now, in the light of these three aspects, what is going to be the attainment? The attainment of Vedic mathematical mind is going to be the attainments of Vedic mathematical mind parallel with the consciousness state of the intelligence field of human mind. So there are three steps: the organization of the text, mathematical domain, and processing steps. Once one will be through all these three phases, then he will be acquiring mathematical mind features. The attainment of these Vedic mathematical format of mind is going to be parallel with the consciousness state of the intelligence fold of human mind. Intelligence field of human mind acquires consciousness base. The learning and imbibing of the values of Vedic mathematics as such is going to enrich the intelligence field, and the same will get equipped with the consciousness base. Now, this mathematical mind will be in a position to reach at the applications of Vedic mathematics. What are going to be the applications of Vedic mathematics? First is going to be imbibing blissfully the sustenance of Triloki by Trimurti, how our physical world is being created, potentialized, transformed, and sustained by Trimurti, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiv, and Lord Vishnu. The second application is going to be the exploration of solar universe. This is going to be a very, very rich application, as here the entire potentialities of solar universe are within the reach of the applications of Vedic mathematics. Third is going to be of understanding existence phenomena within human frame. It is our most blissful feature that we shall know ourselves, we shall be face to face with our own existence phenomenon. Fourth is going to be the formatting of individual and collective life. This is of also very rich potentialities, and it is in terms of these potentialities that we will be having our collective peaceful existence on earth. The fifth is going to be of enriching intelligence field by providing it a consciousness base. It is the ultimate. When human mind, when creates intelligence field, the same when acquires consciousness base, then it has its fulfillment. Therefore, the students, sadhakas of Vedic knowledge, Vedic systems, Vedic mathematical domain, Vedic mathematical processes, and when they will be through the organization format of Ganita Sutras text, the mathematical domain of Vedic Ganita Sutras, the processing steps of mathematical domain of Ganita Sutras, and when one will be having complete attainments of Vedic mathematical mind, and further when one will be having full applications range of Vedic mathematics, then it can be said that truly we have been parallel with the Vedic systems, and also on the other end, it can be said that Vedic mathematics has served its purpose. It is in this background that let us have a focus. Let us visit what precisely are the features of Vedic mathematics domain. Vedic mathematics domain is having core base as of six space domain. Six space content manifesting as domain fold of hypercube 6 within 4 space along the format of idol of Lord Brahma, Creator the Supreme, the overlord of 4 space, is one description of Vedic mathematics domain. Vedic mathematics domain, as per this expression, becomes 6 space domain. 6 space domain is a 6 space content manifesting and playing the role of a domain fold of hypercube 6, the representative regular body of 6 space in 4 space, the creator's space. The other view, other expression, another glimpse of Vedic mathematics domain is the transcendental phenomenon of enlightenment path of Lord Brahma himself. We have been visiting these features in previous sessions, and it is as that Lord Brahma, Creator the Supreme, meditates within cavity of his own heart at the seat of the Transcendental Lord Shiv, and with the grace of Transcendental Lord Shiv, Lord Brahma multiplies as 10 Brahmas. This, in another language, can be expressed as that 6 space domain is of creative dimensional order, and there happens to be a transcendental cavity at the origin of 4th space, which leads to the format of explosion at the origin seat, and same leads to manifestation of creative boundary of transcendental domain and the enlightened path of Lord Brahma multiplying as 10 Brahmas. The another feature of 6 space domain is of expression as that self-referral format of bridging of the transcendental cavity of the creator's space. Vedic mathematics domain as 6 space domain with 4 space as dimension, and there being a transcendental cavity at the transcendental origin seat of 4 space, and this cavity is bridged by self-referral format, that is by six space, that is by hypercube 6 of format, and it is this bridging of the transcendental cavity which also becomes the inherent feature of six space domain. It has it can be expressed as that the transcendental cavity of the creator's space permits bridging along the self-referral format of hypercube 6, a representative regular body of six space in fourth space. The fourth way, the fourth feature, the fourth aspect, the fourth glimpse of Vedic mathematics domain can be that the organization of intelligence field of human mind is parallel with the organization format of the text Brita Sutras as well as the organization of the Vedic mathematical domain. We can express it as that the organization of Vedic mathematics is parallel with the organization format of the intelligence field of human mind, and as such, the learning and imbibing of the values of Vedic mathematics results into unison with intelligence field organization of human mind. See, this feature also takes us further to the fifth glimpse, the fifth feature of the Vedic mathematical domain, and it is the aim and object imbibing of the values of Vedic mathematics. Aim and objects of imbibing of the values of Vedic mathematics is to be in a blissful state, to glimpse and to be parallel with the natural order of our existence phenomenon. Sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with Vedic systems, Vedic order, shall visit Vedic mathematical domain, shall imbibe Vedic mathematical domain, shall be parallel with the processing systems of Vedic mathematics, shall learn and teach Ganita Sutras as a mathematical domain. And this domain prominently is going to be of five glimpses. The first glimpse of Vedic mathematics domain is a six-space domain. Second glimpse of Vedic mathematics domain is as transcendental phenomenon of enlightenment path of Lord Brahma because of the transcendental cavity happening at the transcendental origin seat of creator space. Third feature is going to be that this transcendental cavity happening at the transcendental origin of creator space can be bridged as self-referral format of features and values of hypercube 6, the representative regular body of six space, which as a domain is the Vedic mathematics domain. The fourth feature is going to be that the organization of intelligence of human mind is parallel with the organization of the text of Ganita Sutras and Sutras, and also is parallel with the knowledge of Vedic mathematical domain. And finally, the aim and objective of imbibing of these values comes to be that we will be parallel with the natural order of existence phenomena. It is in this background that we have to appreciate that we have to be parallel with Sankhya Nishta and Yoga Nishta as a unified processing system. The Vedic mathematical domain, the six-space domain, is approached for its processing by complemented and supplemented unified system of Sankhya and Yoga. Vedic knowledge is, as its essence, the Vedanta, the essence of the Upanishads, the Brahma Sutra, as Brahm Vedant Trai, taking us to Srimad Bhagavad Gita, preserves the enlightenment as 3.3, the third shloka of third chapter, and 5.5, the fifth chapter, fifth shloka of the fifth chapter. These two shlokas preserve the enlightenment of the processing systems, as that in this world there are twofold processing systems, that is Sankhyanishta and Yoganishta. And the attainment of Sankhyanishta and Yoganishta are of same reach of values, and one who glimpses it as such glimpses properly. Therefore, the students of Vedic mathematics is sadhakas, when are on the path of learning for the purposes of teaching this as a main discipline of instructions, have to be fully face to face with the processing system as complemented and unified twofold processing system of Sankhyanishta and Yoganishta. Sankhyanishta presumes the existence of geometric formats and avails artifices of numbers. On the other hand, Yoganishta presumes the existence of artifices of numbers and avails dimensional frames, dimensional formats. Therefore, we have to approach, we have to learn Vedic mathematics, Vedic mathematical domain by availing this processing system. That means we have to simultaneously approach, and each step is to be firstly as artifices of numbers, and then the same is to be as dimensional format. See, Ganita Sutra's first letter is the sixth vowel. Being the sixth vowel, it has transcendental code value Dive Ank Vivasta Mulak as 6. Now, value 6 accepts an organization as 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is parallel with the 4 folds 0, 1, 2, 3 of hypercube 2, the representative regular body of 2 space. We have also observed in the previous section that entire text of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras is having specific formulation as Vargam, Vargam in Upsutra 7. Vargam would mean Varg in karma, the spatial dimensional order. Spatial dimensional order is of creator's space. 4 space is of a spatial dimensional order. The 4 space is the space which provides manifestation format of hypercube of 4, and it is this format along which the whole range of space content spectrum streams manifest. This manifestation is a fourfold formats of hypercube 4 parallel with the format features of idol of Lord Brahma, creator the supreme. Now here in the table, in column 1 are mentioned hypercubes 1 to 9. In column 2 is the summation value of the fourfold manifestation layers of hypercube 1 to 9, which comes to be 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22, 26, 30, and 34. In column 3 is the summation value. So up till hypercube 1 is value 2. After hypercube 2, 2 plus 6 is 8. Then it comes to be 18, 32, 50, 72, 98, 128, 160. And see the coordinates fixation of the boundaries of the hypercubes a raised to power n is to 2 and b raised to power n minus 1 is going to be for hypercubes 1 to 9 as 2, 8, 18, 32, 50, 72, 98, 128, 162, precisely as is the column 3. And as this manifestation of hypercubes 1 to 9 is taking place in spatial order. Therefore, 162 plus 6, 168 is the reach. Value 168 is parallel with the total primes up till 1000. And on the other hand, 168 accepts an organization 8 into 21. 21 we know is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, parallel with the Sthapatya Mairing rod format. And this way takes us to the dimensional frame of 8 self-referral dimensions. 6 space as dimension, 8 in number, making a dimensional frame of 8 space. And this feature, as it is emerging, is blissfully taking us to the way the Vedic mathematical domain and its process as unified Sankhyanishta and Yoganishta is ultimately take us to the promised attainments of Vedic mathematics. And once we will be face to face with, and once we will be imbibing these values of Vedic mathematics, then naturally, as is the promise, these shall be melting our all mental states. The present day mathematics is manifesting condition for our mental process as a linear processing system. Condition will melt. The very first initiation point as of a spatial dimension is inherently implying that the linear conditioning is to be dissolved. Once we will be on the spatial dimensional order, then we will be having the intelligence field of human mind along the consciousness base, and same will bring us blissfully parallel with the natural order of the existence phenomenon of our solar universe, including the existence phenomenon within human frame. With this as the first step, we will continue having the glimpses of further features and processing processes of Vedic mathematics. Thank you very much.